Hey little cuties, Bemi here, and welcome to my Halloween costume series. Firstly, I wanted to give a big thank you to everybody who voted here on YouTube on the community tab and Twitter for what I should be this year. I always have the hardest time deciding what I'm going to be every year. And it always ends up that last minute I'm throwing something together and I'm never happy with my costume. So I'm hoping this year I can create something. I don't even know if I'm going to go out or if I'm just going to hand out candy to kids. Who knows? But again, thank you guys for helping me decide. Anyway, as you can see, it was decided that the forest person is who I should be this year, or what I should be this year. And this is kind of based on another Halloween costume I did in college. I dressed up as a fawn or a satyr, or like whatever you want to call it, a half goat, a half man. That's what I was. So in college, I had this costume. I tried to make these furry pants. I tried to make it this whole thing, but of course I was broke. I couldn't afford enough faux fur to make the leggings, so I only had enough to do like shorts and leg warmers. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up. And then I had like black shoes as hooves. I had like this green crop top with like this braided suspender setup that had leaves and like moss and like stuff all over it. So I want to redo that kind of, but make it better. And this costume, I'm not really intending for it to be like a fawn, like at all. It's more of like a mishmash of different creatures. So we have the ram horns going on, and we have like the goat legs, because I do want to see if I can kind of pad up my thighs and my calves so it looks a little more animalistic. And for like face makeup and paint or whatever, I kind of want to go for like a deer sort of look with like the brown kind of coloring on my forehead with like white spots or something, and then the underneath of my nose painted black. So I kind of want to have a few different creatures wrapped into one, so that's why I like don't really know what to call this other than like forest person, or like forest creature, child of the forest. Ooh, that's what it is. Child of the forest. Right here, you heard it first. So I figured the best way to flesh out this costume would be to draw it. And I decided to not trace a fashion figure. I just did it on my own, so I don't think that this is like 9 heads high at all. I did also want to keep it kind of like more to like a normal body shape. So that's what we're doing. And I do want to see if I can figure out a reasonable way to create hooves, because I definitely want hooves. So I might hit up like a thrift store or something and see if I could find like some black boots or black shoes or maybe black heels or something. I feel like that could be kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see what we can find. I might do like a shopping video maybe when I go out to like buy my supplies, just to kind of show you guys like my thought process on selecting materials for a costume. I already kind of think I might go, because faux fabric can get expensive. I remember originally the faux fabric I used for my costume in college was like almost $19 a yard. And wow, I was like, either I could buy 2 yards of this fabric or like I could eat and have some fabric. So I bought 1 yard. Anyway, I did find at Walmart there was some faux fabric in this sort of like brown, light brown kind of color. that I think was like pretty inexpensive. It was like maybe 12 or 13 bucks a yard. So, and I think I'll need probably about 2 or so yards of fabric. And so you can see how that would get expensive quickly. And then for the top here, you see I've created like one side is this like green foliage with like moss and leaves and like whatever. And then we have this sort of off the shoulder top kind of with the flowers. I'm thinking for the top that I might do the green half, like just a green fabric, so it seems a little more dense if there are like any places I missed with leaves or moss or something. And then on the other side with the flowers, I think I want to get a fabric the same or similar color as my skin. I don't know if all of these colors of flowers are exactly what I'm going to use. I think I'll just kind of like pick out whatever I like at the store. I know I definitely want something drooping and hanging like wisteria, which I'm sure I can find, and then just like different types of flowers, so there's like different textures, so that not just every 5-petal flower in existence, like stuff that's fluffy like a chrysanthemum or droopy like wisteria, or cup-like like a tulip or something, just to kind of give it this wildflower kind of vibe. And then I do also want to have like moss and like flowers and stuff like in other random parts of my body. So like maybe on my chest I'll just have like glued a couple of blossoms or like petals, and have a couple of like clumps of moss like here and there. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. We are about at the end of the video here. I do want to say thank you guys again so much. I'm so excited for this costume. I appreciate everybody getting involved. It's so much more fun when it's like a group activity, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, again, thank you so much. If you guys have any comments, tips, tricks, suggestions, questions, whatever, please leave them in the comment section below. You can, of course, hit me up on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you little cuties in the next one. Bye!